Hey there everyone, Screen913 here. Welcome to another edition of Thoughts Behind the Wheel. So, today was a pretty big day for me. I started a new job. I am now a substitute teacher. Went through the orientation yesterday, had my first job today. Good times. It's a lot better pay than what I was getting. And it's teaching, even if it's not, like a full-time teacher, which I still want so badly. But it's still teaching. And man, is there a demand for it. My first day, I already had like 15 assignments I could have chosen from. It was crazy. So I chose a history class, obviously. Makes sense, right? Taught economics all day. That one, yeah, didn't quite make sense. But whatever, you gotta roll with it. Teach economics, market demand, market supply, market equilibrium. All that good stuff. It was fun. I enjoyed it. Actually, I really, really enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun. It's a little awkward at first because you're a substitute, and we all know how people view substitutes. So you got that first 5 minutes or so, are they going to try and pull everything they can on me, or are they actually going to treat me like a teacher? And for the most part, it wasn't that bad. It was a high school, and the kids weren't that bad. Some of them, they got loud a lot, and I had to tell them, I'm the one talking, and if you're louder than me, trust me, there's a problem there, because I am a loud, loud man. Times where I have to be like, I'm sorry, but unless that manga deals extensively with the market equilibrium, I suggest you put it away. Yeah, manga. Don't ask me. He was reading a manga in class. It was odd. But for the most part, they were pretty well behaved, and, fairly, I'm not going to say enthralled by the lesson, but, not that bad as far as students go. I'm sure I'll have worse days. But, first day, and I go tomorrow, I have the exact same assignment, so the exact same kids. Woohoo! The only problem was I couldn't leave the room, because, if I leave the room, I had to lock the room, and I had no key to unlock it. So, no lunch for me. However, after seeing the cafeteria food, not quite sure that was a bad thing. Yeah. Other than that, I'm finally teaching stuff. Other than, my sorry excuse of teaching you guys things in my Let's Plays. But, yeah. Good times. Other than that, I wanted to touch on a subject that's been bugging me. How many times do I start off like that? Something's been bugging me for a long time, and I want to spew my opinion because obviously it's so important. No, but this one, it irks me. And if you're one of the people that feels this way, please, I feel I have to state on a regular basis. I do not think that just because you have a different opinion than me, you are somehow less intelligent or inherently wrong. I just don't agree with you, or I don't see where you're coming from, and I would like you to explain it to me. So, this example is people complaining about the DLC character for Mass Effect 3. And I think people complained about the exact same thing for Zaid when Mass Effect 2 came out. They complain that it's content cut out of the original game just so that they can charge extra money out of us for it, instead of giving us what we all deserve when we buy the original game. Unless you buy the collector's edition, then it comes for free. First of all, there's absolutely no proof whatsoever that it was content cut out of the original game as opposed to content made in addition to the original game after the original game was finished. In fact, the BioWare developers even stated, I believe, that it was developed, this DLC character was developed after the game went gold. But now, it doesn't mean that the concept for the DLC character was created after that. It could have been created a long time ago, and maybe even intended to be put into the original game, but for any number of reasons, time constraints, space constraints, budget constraints, they couldn't fit them into the main game. It happens. Every single game has things put on the cutting room floor because they have to. DLC at least allows them to put it in the game somehow as additional content. And another way to look at it too is, you know what? Most collector editions give you a pretty art book and a fancy case for $20. This one's giving you a pretty art book, a fancy case, and extra gameplay content. A significant amount of extra gameplay content for your money. So, I mean, that's a good thing, right? If it was original content cut out of the game, I mean, maybe you'd have a point, but where's the proof of that? It's far more likely that, look, a game has a certain budget. You have a certain budget for a game. Mass Effect 3 will be a complete and finished game, and that is what you are paying for. Now, if they developed additional content for it, you should expect to have to pay for it. I get this argument all the time, like people, like game industries are screwing us over and betraying us all, like their values have changed. Do you really think that gaming companies would not have been doing this 15 years ago if the technology had been there? Please, come on. Look, even if it is them trying to squeeze more money out of us, I'm taking economics class, people. Almost every company in the world tries to do this. It's nothing new. Okay, you got your iPhone. Fantastic. Now you have to pay $30 a month for your data usage. What? You got cable TV? That's great. If you want the movie channels, it's an extra $15. Oh, you got the Xbox Live Silver account. That's fantastic. But if you want to play games online, you gotta buy the gold. This isn't anything new. Everyone does this. You deal with this on a daily basis. So why is it so brutal that video games are doing it? Is it because they are starting to do it and they didn't do it before? That is merely because the technology didn't exist. It's simple capitalism. You can buy Mass Effect 3 without this DLC character and get a complete and finished story. Just like you can buy Xbox Live Silver and get everything you need to download what you need to update and keep your games. Now, if you want to buy the bells and whistles, extra character, extra ability to play games online, you have to pay for it. That's the way capitalism works. You may not like it, but it's not like it's excluded to the video game industry. Everyone's been doing this to us forever. You got your car. That's fantastic. Do you want power windows? Well, you got to pay extra for that. There's no one complaining. What? But that's, the power window should have come with the car. Because you said that you know, it should be, because since it's available at the same time that I can get the original car, it should all be included in the same cost. I shouldn't have to pay more for that. Please, come on. They're not doing anything that no one else does. And this idea that video games are now demons because they're doing it is a little silly. I honestly think it's us trying to feel entitled that we should get everything ever developed for the game ever just because we bought the original game. If you had proof that this DLC character was in the original game and they actually said, you know what, we could put him in the original game. We have the budget and everything to do it, but we want to screw our fans, so we're going to take him out and make him DLC. Unless you have proof of that, and not just proof that it was supposed to be in the original game, because like I said, for any number of reasons, it could be taken out. For budget constraints, space constraints, anything. So, I mean, you don't really have any proof of that. And, again, it's not anything no one else does. So, honestly, I think that without DLC, we wouldn't have this character. We wouldn't have Zaid. We wouldn't have Kasumi. We wouldn't have Lair of the Shadow Broker or Overlord. Everyone seems to think that we would, if it wasn't for the monstrosity of DLC, Mass Effect 2 would have come prepackaged with Overlord and Shadow Broker and Zaid and Kasumi. And I'm telling you, I don't think so. I think they just wouldn't exist. You would have had Mass Effect 2 and that would have been it. Or they would have released it all as one big $30, $40 expansion package like they used to do back in the 90s. Now, do I think DLC is a bit overpriced? Yes, I do, for the most part. Did I think Kasumi was worth $7? No. Was it $7 or $5? Whatever. Anyway, I think that it's a bit overpriced from my opinion, but then again, from one point of view. But then again, for another point of view, you pay more for a movie ticket, and that lasts about the same amount of time. I'm sure, at least for me, I know some people probably blew through that DLC in like 40 minutes, but it took me a good while time. So, yeah. And you can replay it for free. You buy it once and you can replay it 3, 4, 5 times. I've played Shadow Broker God knows how many times, and so what? That's like 6, 7 hours of entertainment there for what? $9? It's not bad. It's not bad at all. So, but, do I feel it's overpriced? Yeah, I wish it was cheaper. I wish everything was cheaper. I wish it all came for free. But, it's the world. It's the way the world works. We should accept it. Get used to it. Understand it. That's the way the world revolves around money. And personally, I have absolutely no problem with DLC. If I want the bells and whistles, if I want the extra DLC character, if I want the little robot dog to follow me around in the Normandy, I'm willing to pay the extra for it, because you know what? I don't have to. If I don't think it's important to have a little robot dog follow me around, I don't buy the DLC. It's that simple. If I really would like to have that DLC character, and before anyone starts spoiling it for me, I'm trying to avoid any and all spoilers, so leave me alone. If I feel I want to have it, but it's not really worth the extra money, that's my choice. I don't have a right. I don't have a right to feel like I'm entitled to it. Why? What right do I have? They made the game. They poured their blood and sweat into it. If they feel like they deserve an extra $10 for that character that they created, developed, and made, who am I to sit there and tell them, no, I paid you already. You any extra work you put into it, you got to give me for free. Please. I don't think we have that entitlement. Honestly, if I wrote a book and I put it for sale, and then I wrote an additional chapter, maybe like a fun little side story in addition to the book I wrote, do you really think you're entitled to it for free? No. I put extra work into it, therefore you should pay extra money to enjoy it. It's a simple thing. But now, I could be missing something. Maybe there's something I'm missing here. Maybe there is evidence that this literally was cut out of the game solely to squeeze more money out of us. Not evidence that it was just cut out, but evidence it was cut out just to make us pay more. Or maybe there's a side to this I haven't seen. Again, always feel free to leave comments. But as far as I can tell, as far as I can see, it's no different than the hundreds of other companies that do the exact same thing. And is it sneaky or underhanded? No, it's capitalism. It's the way the market works. It's a fact of life. When oil prices in the Middle East go up, gas prices instantly go up. When oil prices in the East go down, gas prices take their sweet time going back down. You ever notice that? Is that sneaky and underhanded? Sure, probably. But it's also capitalism. It's our market. It's what we have to deal with. The sooner you accept it, the happier you will be. You'll give yourself less ulcers and you will live longer. I promise you. Unless you suffer a random case of impalement or something. All right, everyone. Take care, all. And, sometime in the next few weeks, hopefully, I will be uploading a special little treat to help prepare for Mass Effect 3, because I'm so excited for that game. Not going to tell you what it is, but a treat. Just something to get everyone pumped up for it. And I think I'll be uploading it a lot sooner than I thought. I originally was going to start playing Mass Effect 3 and then wait a month or two to upload it. And the more I thought about that, I was like, why? What's the point of that? Honestly, if I'm going to be Let's Playing it the same week I get it, which, believe me, I will, that Friday. You don't expect to see me streaming. Why should I wait a month to upload it? I mean, if you guys don't want to watch it for spoilers or whatnot, that's cool. Don't watch it until you're ready. It's not going anywhere. And, everyone by now should know that I'm not the kind of guy that just plays a new game for subscribers. So I'll probably be uploading. I will not be uploading it instantly. I will be playing through a significant portion of the game first to avoid you people who love your spoilers. But I'll probably be uploading it within a few weeks after it comes out. But before it comes out, I should have this little present treat up for you guys. Anyway, I got to go sleep. That one thing you do in the horizontal position. No, that other thing that you do in the... Yeah, that one. All right? Bye, everyone.